I'm going to make this brief because it is so hot in this goddamn car. It is unreal. And I can't open the windows because there's people out there. And I can't put the air conditioning on because it's loud. So here we go. Deadpool and Wolverine. I have mixed feelings. And if I was Deadpool, I'd probably make a filthy joke about those mixed feelings and things tingling. Do you know what? I'm struggling because I don't want to just be negative, because it was entertaining and I did laugh. But I kind of understand why it's a lot of 3 out of 5 reviews from critics, and also why it's making an absolute shed load of money from fans, because this is a film for fans. This is not a film for critics. And I can often, like, I'm normally capable of separating the two and just saying, well, it's not critically acclaimed, but it's entertaining, and sometimes you just want to be entertained. And I was entertained. I was also a bit bored at times, and a bit, yeah, just a bit like, it's so self-indulgent. And I think, hand on heart, I've enjoyed watching all of the press. I've enjoyed watching Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman together in at junkets and in interviews. I've enjoyed that more than I've enjoyed the film, because the film was like, Ryan Reynolds wanted to hang out with Hugh Jackman. Well, I've watched that happen. Like I say, they've been on Radio 1 together. They've done various, like, all the TV and stuff, press that you'd expect them to do. And I think I enjoy watching Ryan and Hugh having the bants almost more than I enjoy watching Wolverine and Deadpool together. Like, it is funny, don't get me wrong. And the fourth wall breaking thing is fun, and that's always been part of Deadpool's shtick since the very beginning. There's a lot of jokes at Fox's expense, because obviously for this to happen, a lot of deals had to be done. It's boring technical contracty stuff, but like, Spider-Man was owned by Sony, so it took a lot for Tom Holland's Spider-Man to be able to appear in the MCU. And the X-Men and the Fantastic Four all belonged to Fox. So that was why they were always kept separate. And now, obviously, Deadpool finally gets let loose in the MCU. And it's interesting to see that character in scenes with people like Happy Hogan, like Jon Favreau's Happy Hogan. I hope that's not a spoiler. Obviously, this film is really cameo-tastic, and some of them have leaked, or not leaked, but some of them have been spoken about online already. There was still plenty that I didn't see come in, and that I was pleasantly surprised by. So for that, you know, sort of fan-pleasing thing of like, oh my god, it's that person playing that character again. I haven't seen them play that character for quite some time. Decades in certain cases. That's great, that's fun. Seeing him in the MCU was fun. But part of my beef with this film, like with something like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, is that it relies really heavily on people having seen all of the TV output. Like, a lot of this is to do with the TVA, and if you're not up to date on your Loki stuff, you're not going to know what they're on about. So yeah, I kind of take issue with that, because I don't think it's fair. But then I suppose if you're a proper fan, then yeah, of course you've consumed absolutely everything going, everything from every MCU film to all of the TV output, you know. And if you're a proper fan, then you've been watching Marvel films before the MCU was even a thing, which includes the original X-Men films. And yes, to see Hugh Jackman play Wolverine again, which he hasn't done since Logan in 2017, is amazing. And he's in the suit. He's in the yellow suit. That's not a spoiler. You've seen him in the yellow suit in the trailers. That's exciting. There's loads of nods to his history with the character. There's loads of in-jokes. There's loads of bits and bobs and throwaway comments, and like I say, it's very much, you know, it's just fan service. It's giving people what they want, but I didn't want all of it. It's a tiny bit long, common complaint for me, but films that are a bit flabby I get annoyed with. Positives, obviously those two as the leads, great fun, lovely, excellent chemistry, fantastic. You get Matthew McFadden as Mr. Paradox, who works at the TVA. I like the guy a lot. Weirdly, I used to work at this cinema where I just watched this film, and I used to work with a guy called Sam, and he's Matthew McFadden's cousin. I remember him telling me, because when we worked here, Pride and Prejudice was out, the Keira Knightley one, and he pointed at him, and I didn't know the guy at the time, and went, "That's my cousin." And I was like, oh, that's cool. So yeah, he's good. Emma Corrin also put in a good performance. They were very interesting and villainous. I like Brit villains, that's always a nice trope. What else did I like? I mean, it's very violent. The opening sequence is superb, and in the opening sequence I was like, yes please, lots of this, give me all the nonsense. The soundtrack's great. Again, it sort of ties into, I don't know, the way Deadpool is and the way music is used is it's very knowing. So yeah, opening sequence is Bye 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 by NSYNC. Great fun. There's been a lot of talk in all the interviews about how hard they had to not fight Madonna, but how hard they had to work on Madonna to get her to agree to let them use Like a Prayer. And again, not a spoiler, it's in the trailer. So there's stuff I liked about it. I liked the ugly Dogpool, or what's it called? Mary Poppins. I liked the different Deadpools. They were fun. But yeah, I just kind of didn't love it. I wanted to, but I didn't. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, it'll make squillions because people are loving it. Critics aren't, but the sort of people who are going to go and watch Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine, it's that way around, isn't it? That's like saying Deck and Ant, which would be insane. People who are going to go and see Deadpool and Wolverine don't give a monkeys if The Guardian have given it 2 stars out of 5. And yeah, I did enjoy it, and it did make me laugh, and there's lots of nostalgic loveliness to be had. It's just overall, I think it was a bit bloated and a bit self-indulgent, but still entertaining. And ultimately, nobody's going to watch this review and say, oh, well, Katie said this about it, so I'm not going to go. If you want to see it, you're going to see it, and I hope you like it as much, if not more than I did. But yeah, it is a film, and it is funny, and it's also a bit, yeah, it's all right. I did like it. I didn't love it, but that's okay. We can't love all the things all the time. And on that note, thanks for watching. Katie out.